All right, so the next story I want to talk about, the $1,200 stimulus check. So it looks like it's going to be $1,200. It looks like it's going to be the same stimulus check that you received in the CARES Act. And that is something that is not good for a lot of people because, for one, the dependents, that's the big issue there. The $1,200 stimulus check was in the HEROES Act. So the HEROES Act that was signed 2 months ago by the House, you had a $1,200 stimulus check. But the dependents, there was no age restriction on the dependents. So if any, you could be 30 years old. If you're a dependent of someone, you could still receive a $1,200 stimulus check. Okay, so it would be different than what the CARES Act is. The CARES Act is $1,200 for the stimulus check, and then for dependents, it's $500 for each dependent. So now we're looking at a situation where that's what they want to go with. The Republican senators want to go with the old CARES Act. And what is crazy to me is, you mean to tell me that you waited 2 months, almost 2.5 months. I think it's 2 months and 8 days or something like that. Nancy Pelosi was talking about it earlier today, but it's over 2 months to come up with a plan that was the old plan back in March. So you didn't really do any change. They didn't change anything as far as the 40,000 or less. You saw Mitch McConnell when he put that out there. That's not a part of it. And I'm telling you, that was one of those things where he wanted to kind of put that out there to gauge the public, to see if people were even on board for anything like that. But you mean to tell me all this time and you come up with the same plan that you had before? Pretty ridiculous, I think. So that's what we're looking at. We're looking at this $1,200. I think that now this is the proposal. Okay, so the proposal is what the Republican senators want. Now you have Democrats in the Senate. They're all going to have to come together and try to figure this out, negotiate things down. We might still be able to see $1,200 per dependent. That might still be something that's a part of it, but that has to all be negotiated. This is the starting point from where the Republicans want to come. So they're at $1,200. This is another situation where, are you listening to the president? The president said that this next stimulus check is going to be larger than what the Democrats want. Well, we know the Democrats they asked for $1,200. They got it approved through the House in the HEROES Act, sent it over to the Senate. This is $1,200. This is actually less than what the Democrats were asking for in the HEROES Act, because the Democrats were asking for $1,200 for the dependents as well, which you're not going to be getting in this proposal here. So that in itself is interesting. So now there are two things. The payroll tax cut the president wanted, not going to happen. The $1,200 stimulus check is not going to be more than what the Democrats asked for. And so this might be another reason why they're holding off on, they didn't release it today, and the White House wants to look it over. I'm thinking the White House is going to look over this and say, this does nothing to help help the president in his future endeavors, the re-election. It does nothing to help him, because the things that he put out there that he wants, it's not going to happen. Or at least it's not going to happen. The Republicans don't want it to happen. If anybody's going to be pushing for it, it's going to be the Democrats now. They're probably going to push for a higher stimulus check. Well, they're not going to be pushing for payroll tax cut, but they're going to be pushing for this higher stimulus check. It's not going to be the Republicans. It doesn't look like it. So we'll see where they go with that. But I mean, that was pretty amazing to me that you took all that time and you came up with the same exact structure and everything of the CARES Act. So basically, it's like when you have a big assignment to do and you don't do it and you just copy the last one you did. I mean, crazy. These guys are getting $170,000+ a year and taking a recess every month. And not to mention, they're gone for the week. Their week is done. They're not coming in tomorrow. They had a 3-day weekend. So yeah, the senators have already returned, or I won't say returned home, because some of them stay in Washington, D.C., but they're not planning on doing anything tomorrow. So they get that nice 3-day weekend. But yeah, sure enough, I mean, it's just amazing to me. You take all that time and then you come up with the same exact stimulus check. I mean, wow. So I don't know. Let me know down below. Comment down below. Comment in the chat. Let me know what you guys think about that. All right, now.